Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services, and it's Sunday, and it's a very early morning. I usually get started kind of early when I do my repairs because if I don't, I'll be bothered in the middle of the day. So I just try to get up and do my work before anybody tries bothering me. But anyways, as you can see, we're working on the Cartrivision. I try to do this in my spare time. I'm jumping from 8 different projects at the same time. So my videos might be kind of, ballpark in all different directions. That's the reason I make videos of a lot of the work I do, and I'm doing about 8 different projects at the current time. So I hope you guys enjoying this video. But anyways, this is Sunday, and this is something for my own benefit and others as soon as I get it working. So anyways, we've made some really big progress on this Cartrivision in the past 3 days. Installed the new head, got the motors working. Man, it's crazy. Put the covers on. I'm doing some adjustments. I actually replaced all the rubber tires. You got one here and you got one there. And these are very specific rubber tires. Thank God. I have such an unusual collection of rubber tires. I was able to replace these, especially this one. This one's gigantic. This is your rewind spindles, where your fast forward rewind goes here and your two belts connect there. In fact, they ordered a little bit larger of a belt because I don't want too much tension on these motors, considering the one that was on there. I think it was a little too snug, so I removed it and trying to measure it to get an accurate measurement of what belt should go on there. I think I landed a good belt. It's a 21 or a 22, I think would be just perfect for this. But anyways, we got 2 new belts coming, one for the upper, one for the lower. And also there's a belt that goes in here, and it's clear. And usually on the cap stands, they use rubber belts as well. They use this piece of plastic. So I was able to match a perfect belt to that out of my arsenal of belts. As you can see, here's the plastic belt, and here's the rubber one, which is an exact match. So I think I'm going to put a rubber one in there. I think it'd be a lot better torque, a lot better playback. But I did match a perfect rubber belt to this plastic belt. Either they didn't have a manufacturer to make belts, and that's why they came up with using this plastic. It's just kind of crazy. But anyways, we actually have a rubber belt that will actually replace that, which I think will do a much better job. But anyways, I got everything. I was just looking at everything. God, this is great. Everything is moving really good on this. This is fantastic. So I'm just doing a lot of the oiling and prepping on various spots on this thing to make sure everything's free and loose. A lot of people ask me about this particular machine, and they ask me why Cartrivision. Okay, first of all, I've been getting an awful lot of calls about people who have tapes on Cartrivision who are special collectors, and they want them transferred, of course, to high transfer files, because this is sort of a one-off deal. This is a very, very obsolete format. And I think I'm one of the only ones who's going to be able to do this recovery due to the fact of what they're looking for. This is one reason why I'm restoring a Cartrivision machine, to get one up and running. It's a very, very complicated, complex machine. But I have been getting like 4 or 5, I think I got 8 calls about people who have tapes on these. And another reason I'm restoring Cartrivision, most people may not know this. This machine was made in 1972, late 71, and probably carried itself to about 73, 74, probably if anybody had one up until when Beta came out. People who used to be big television movie horror hosts were recording their shows or doing their shows on TV at that time. Remember all the great TV horror hosts of early or late 71, early 72 in various different cities? Anything rare on television movie horror hosts is going to be found on this machine. If they didn't own a reel-to-reel, which most people didn't because those were very expensive, this machine was introduced with the television. So this was most likely a more wide candidate for a TV with the VCR built in that somebody would have bought. So if they would have bought a TV with one of these, most likely if they were big into TV horror host or television horror host, they would have recorded footage on Cartrivision, which is kind of funny. I do have a customer who has tapes who thinks his dad actually did that. And that's another big urgency to get this machine up and running. He has Cartrivision tapes that have horror host footage, he's almost sure of it, that were recorded on this machine. This is another reason why I'm trying to get this machine up and running, because I'm very interested in what he has. And so anyways, Cartrivision would be the first television machine that would have been used at home with the built-in TV. And if you were a television movie host like Svengoolie, Elvira, Zachary, and all these earlier horror hosts, or later ones actually, who were still on television at that time, in 72, there's all kinds of them that were doing their shows in about 1972. So good stuff could be really found on horror host on Cartrivision, because this was the first VCR built into a television that you were able to buy in a store. So the odds are people took the cassettes, they recorded horror hosts or horror movies, forgot about what was on them, and kept the cassettes. So this is another reason why I'm interested in getting this machine done. So gonna button up some greasing, some parts on this thing, oiling, all kinds of stuff today. I just wanted to do another video, let you people know. Cartrivision, you'll find horror hosts without question will be on tapes like this. Hope you enjoyed this video.